dispatcher, welcome to Southeastern Championship Wrestling. We're in the month of February, and February proclaimed by Don Curtis, the president of Southeastern Championship Wrestling, as Championship Month.
That's right, Charlie, and today on the program we'll see the Southeastern Tag Team Champions, Dennis Condrey and Randy Rose, defending their titles against Paul Orndorff and Norvell. Also, that was the main event, any arena in the country, Charlie.
Newcomer Stan Lane makes his first appearance in the ring here at Southeastern Championship Wrestling today against veteran Roy Welch.
And the Alabama State Heavyweight Wrestling Champion, Mr. Saito, will be in action in the singles bout. He'll be taking on young Robert Gibson. That also should be a fine contest.
Southeastern favorite Ken Lucas will be in action on today's program. We'll also be seeing videotape highlights of the match with Brad Armstrong taking on Golden Boy Chick Donovan.
That's right, and we might mention, in the last couple of weeks, Dennis Condrey and Randy Rose have come into the studio, onto the set with 2x4s. They've clobbered Jerry Stubbs. They've clobbered Bob Armstrong. At this particular moment, Don Curtis is viewing the tapes of those programs, and I'm sure that some action, some ruling is forthcoming.
Indeed, a lot of things taking place in the Southeastern area. A lot of very important matches going on in the arenas. Also, a lot of action taking place here in the television studio. Join us later in the hour for our personality profile. We think you'll find that very interesting today. Also, a lot of videotape highlights from matches throughout the arenas here in the Southeastern wrestling area, the hotbed of pro wrestling in the United States today. Let's go to the ring for the introduction of our first match. Here's Al Roberts.
Your attention, please. Our first match, one fall, 10-minute time limit to referee Larry Brock. Larry Brock, your referee. Introducing in the corner to my left, the 224 pounds from Oklahoma, Roy Welch. Roy Welch. His opponent at 220 pounds from Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, Stan Lane. Stan Lane.
Stan Lane in action against Roy Welch. Our opening match on Southeastern Championship Wrestling. Championship month continues. The tag titles go on the line today, and great-looking studio crowd, capacity audience in the studio today to view our television matches during Championship month.
Charlie, I'm anxious to get a look at Stan Lane. I have heard a lot about this gentleman, talked to several wrestlers. The man has got a fantastic, phenomenal run on the west coast of the United States. He's held many regional titles. He's formerly the Georgia Junior Heavyweight Champion, the Florida Junior Heavyweight Champion. I believe he shared the tag team title in the state of Florida. And this is our first look at him in Southeastern Wrestling. He is a junior heavyweight, no two ways about that. And Stan Lane, I'm sure to be a man to be reckoned with when it comes to U.S. Junior Champion Brad Armstrong.
Good takedown by Lane, but it's Welch not relinquishing the hold. Takes his man on over in the ropes, and the break is called for.
Lane from Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, originally. That's home. And I think, Charlie, what we're going to have to watch for from this young man is a reverse backbreaker. A maneuver where he takes his opponent into the ropes, catches him coming off, spins him into the air, brings him down across the knee. And Stan has used that hold to a great degree throughout his career. As I mentioned, I haven't seen him live. This is my first time. I've seen a few tapes of Stan Lane, but he has the credentials, the moves, and the experience and background to be one of the top men in this area. And then we keep mentioning that week after week, but as a new wrestler comes in, each man comes with a great portfolio of former titles, and each man adds to the already tough competition we have.
Good series of moves, reversal hammerlock by Welch, but it's now Stan Lane coming up with the arm bar on Roy Welch.
We're talking about tough season campaigners. Roy Welch is exactly that. A man himself who's held titles in many regions and a tough veteran. Right now, Lane applying the pressure to the arm. And Stan Lane looks, from all appearances, to be well positioned, carrying no excess weight. Roy Welch right back to that arm bar on the reversal. Lane applying the pressure is a good shot of the physique of Stan Lane. Lane goes to the ropes. Welch pulls him back in. Again, Lane to the ropes. Stan is very confident of himself.
Good stupid slam by Roy Welch.
Nice arm drag takedown by Roy, right back on top in the driver's seat offensively now. And Lane has been giving a good account of himself. No man here thus far has found a real definite opening, Charlie.
And it's Lane. Look at that. by Stan Lane.
Beautifully executed. He was able to get over the top of Roy, hooked it, and delivered down a little headbutt into the small of the back, drives Welch forward, stuns him momentarily. And Stan Lane moving in to take command. This young gentleman is methodical. He doesn't rush it. He is polished and well poised for a man of his age.
Good suplex. 2 count on Roy Welch.
Lane moving right back in. That reverse chin lock now, using the knee between the shoulder blades for added leverage. Stan Lane on the move, trying to put Roy Welch away. You know, we've had an influx in the Southeastern area over the past year and a half. Charlie is the finest junior heavyweight wrestler in the United States. And I think it's great that Stan Lane has joined that fast-paced company, and he should add measurably to the junior heavyweight action. Roy right now has Lane on the run. Breaks him across the right, and Lane right back at him. Throws that short little knee into the midsection, doubles Roy up. Stan Lane now reversing the tables on him. Roy hooks his man, takes him through the canvas.
2 count.
Couldn't get those shoulders hooked. And there's Lane with the help of the trunk, a win over Roy Welch.
Well, it did appear that the tights were pulled in that particular incident. Nevertheless, newcomer Stan Lane comes up with a very important victory over Roy Welch in our opening match.
Looks very impressive, Charlie. Looks very impressive.
Indeed he does, and he could change the structure of the junior heavyweight competition here in the Southeastern Wrestling League. Coming off the girls' father-son team of Bob and Brad Armstrong. Welcome, gentlemen. You've been involved in some very important matches throughout the Southeastern Wrestling arenas recently. Brad, you were involved in a match in which you successfully defended this United States Junior Heavyweight Championship against Golden Boy Chick Donovan.
Yes, sir. Mr. Donovan was much tougher than I expected him to be. And Lady Luck was with me, and I came out on top.
Let's take a look at the videotape highlights of that match. Brad Armstrong taking on Chick Donovan, and in this particular match, Brad defends the United States Junior Heavyweight Championship. There you see good move on your part, quickly getting out of the way of Donovan. He was a very aggressive opponent, Brad.
Yes, sir. He was very aggressive. He took me by complete surprise and had me going for quite a while there until I luckily looked up and saw him and barely got out of the way of that one. He came down on that nose, and that's enough to stop anybody for a short while, and I tried to take over right there.
You found that in the early moments of this match, of course, this is highly edited. In the early moments of this match, you had to go one-on-one with this man. You had to fight fire with fire because he was after that junior title.
That's it. Ever since I won this title, I've got a lot of top guns gunning for me, and I've been real lucky to hang on to it as long as I have.
Beautiful suplex.
Thank you.
And for the pinning position, but Donovan using his head goes for that bottom rope. There we see shortcuts being taken in the match. And,
yes, sir. He got those fingers in my eyes, and I couldn't see for just a minute. Oh, right there, he grazed the top of my head. If he'd have hit me there, it took my head completely off.
Beautiful flying press, and it's all over. Brad Armstrong successfully defends his United States Junior Heavyweight Championship. And Les mentioned earlier, influx of super talent in this area, and a lot of them are coming in are junior heavyweights, and they're gunning for that title.
That's good. I've learned a lot since I got this belt, and been real fortunate to hang on to it, and I hope I hang on to it for a while longer. So.
A lot of personal conflicts taking place in the area, Bob, not only with involving you and your son with some tag team combinations, but it seems there's a group of people that have this personal thing against the Armstrong family, and one of those Ron Bass.
That's exactly right. We've taken our lumps lately, but we're still standing here talking, so I guess that means everything's all right. I guess in pro wrestling, you've got to learn to take the good with the bad. It's just been pretty bad for us lately.
We have some videotape now of a match in which Bob Armstrong takes on the big man from Texas, Ron Bass. Bob?
Exactly right. Bass is about 275, I guess, and a real tough man. And right here you see, though, that we're kind of giving it to him, and I had this cobra hold on him, and here comes Saito. He's always there, but this time I met him. And he tried to hit me with a karate and ended up hitting the referee. The referee was down, and all of a sudden it became a 2-on-1 situation for me, so I just kind of cut and shot and run and got out of that ring because I had about 500 pounds of wild Japanese and Texans on my case, and I really don't like to use a chair, but I figured that's the only partner I had close around, so me and that chair came in the ring, and we kind of cleared things out. They just kind of made a run for it. But I've had to endure this kind of thing, interference in the matches, especially from Saito, for quite some time. There you see Ron Bass. He's real proud of himself now, you know, on a 2-on-1. But really, with the chair in the ring, they didn't want to come back in, and I was really kind of glad they didn't, because I might have got one with the chair while the other one got me. So the match ended in kind of a stalemate, with once again the Japanese Mr. Saito interfering and costing me a chance at the title. So right here, it just kind of became a standoff, so to speak. But, you know, things are coming down, and things will be settled one way or the other very soon here.
You know, titles are a very important part of professional wrestling. Of course, with the title, the prestige goes a higher percentage of gates on in the salary as far as the professional wrestler is concerned. And I must say that you must be proud of Brad holding on to this U.S. Junior title.
I'm certainly proud of him. He's done one heck of a job. You know, the youngest man ever to hold the U.S. Junior heavyweight title. Now I'm looking for me a title now.
They're great in single action. They're also a dynamic tag team. The Armstrongs, Bob and Brad, will be back in just a moment.
Auditorium at 8 p.m. A super Southeastern wrestling card. For reservations and information, call our new number, 322-7797. Tickets on sale Monday, 9 a.m. at the Boutwell box office. Here's your lineup in a special challenge match. Robert Fuller battles cousin Jimmy Golden. The Southeastern title at stake as Ken Lucas squares off with Ron Bass. In a six-man Southern street fight match, Norvell Austin, Bob Armstrong, and Paul Orndorff take on the trio of Mr. Saito, Randy Rose, and Dennis Condrey. United States Junior Heavyweight Kingpin Brad Armstrong defends against Stan Lane. Robert Gibson opens against Oki Shikina. Don't forget, cousin against cousin, Robert Fuller against Jimmy Golden. Ken Lucas and Ron Bass for the Southeastern title. And a six-man Southern street fight match, Norvell Austin, Bob Armstrong, and Paul Orndorff against the trio of Mr. Saito, Randy Rose, and Dennis Condrey. Monday night, Birmingham's Boutwell Auditorium. Remind you fans of wrestling here on Channel 42 next Saturday at 2:30 p.m. A great lineup Monday night in Boutwell Auditorium. Tickets go on sale 9 a.m. Monday at the Boutwell box office. One of those big matches will be for the United States Junior Heavyweight Championship. With me, the champion, Brad Armstrong, the youngest man to ever hold that belt, and the man who wants to wrestle it away from him, the challenger, Stan Lane. Let's hear his comments.
Thousands and thousands of cards and letters have been pouring in for the past several months. Telephone lines have been jammed 24 hours a day. The word's finally out, brother. Stan Lane is here. He's here with one mission in mind, that's to take that junior heavyweight championship belt off of Brad Armstrong. Now, you don't see me stand out here screaming, ranting, and raving because I don't have to, because I've got confidence, brother. I don't claim to be the biggest. I might not even claim to be the baddest. But what I do is wrestle, and I am the best at doing that. In Birmingham, Brad Armstrong, it's all over for you, brother.
Brad, you've got a very determined challenger, and maybe your toughest challenge today for that U.S. Junior title.
Yes, sir. Leslie's new to this area, but I've seen him wrestle before. I've seen films. He's definitely a go-getter. He goes out there and knows what he's after. And I've been real fortunate to hang on this belt as long as I have. And I hope I can hang on a little bit longer. And all I can do left is the best I can, and that's it.
Well, Brad, Stan Lane hasn't ever faced you. You haven't faced him, so both of you be going in that ring trying to feel one another out, to find out the best way to go about it. It should be an exciting match. And I say Stan Lane is confident. We both know his credentials are very good. He's held many regional titles, and of course, another milestone for you to surpass and cross over as the champion.
Yes, sir. I'm going to have to be very cautious and just hang in there and see what he's got and wait for him to make a mistake and just maybe take advantage of that.
Brad, good luck to you. Monday night, Birmingham's Boutwell Auditorium. United States Junior Heavyweight Champion Brad Armstrong defends against the challenge of Stan Lane. Cousin against cousin. Robert Fuller against Jimmy Golden. Ron Bass against Ken Lucas. A super lineup. Monday night, Birmingham's Boutwell Auditorium.
A lot of action taking place in the Southeastern wrestling area, not only in the heavyweight division with the Southeastern Heavyweight Championship and the tag category, but also in the junior heavyweight division with Brad Armstrong, the United States Junior Heavyweight Champion, campaigning in this area and successfully defending that title. It has drawn many new junior heavyweights to the Southeastern wrestling area. One of those with me right now, Stan Lane. And Stan, maybe you'd like to tell some of the fans in the area a little about yourself.
You know, all over the country, as far away west as Marina Del Rey, California, all the way to Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. From Bangor, Maine to Pensacola Beach, my name, Stan Lane, is synonymous with one thing, and that's greatness. I don't come out here and claim to be big I don't even come out here and say how bad I am. All I'll say is this. I am the very, very best at what I do, and that's winning belts. And Brad Armstrong, you've got what I want, and believe me, brother, when I want something, I get it.
United States Junior Heavyweight Championship, very prestigious title. Brad Armstrong is, of course, the youngest man to ever hold that championship, and that seems to be what your eyes are set on, is the U.S. Junior title.
The only way to escalate yourself in this business, my friend, is to win titles. There's a lot of guys around, and everybody wants a title. There's only a few guys that can get them, and I've got what it takes. I'm trimmed down. I'm weighing 220 pounds right now. I'm as lean as a racehorse. I'm faster than I've ever been before in my life, and I'm ready to get in that ring and do whatever it takes. Whatever it takes Brad Armstrong to do, I'll take your belt, brother. Believe that.
You're just off a successful tour of the West Coast. You're making appearances in all the Southeastern wrestling area and the major cities. Also, you will be appearing in such towns as Pritchard and Crestview, Florida, in the very near future. Stan Lane in the Southeastern wrestling area.
On championship week this week, the Southeastern Tag Team titles are on the line. With me, the challengers, Norvell Austin and Paul Orndorff. It's a big one for you today, Paul.
That's right. You know, it's everything that Norvell and myself has worked for. We've been together now for over 6 weeks. We went out there, and I tell you, it boils down to this. We got to dig and scratch for it's a 15-minute time limit. If we don't defeat them here on TV, then we might as well just pack the old truck up and head on out, baby, because this is what it's all about today.
Norvell?
Exactly right, Paul. All the mob is up right here on TV, so you know we got to get down, do some heavy getting down. Condrey Rose, we're ready for you.
Now here's Charlie Platt with the champions.
Very important title defense for you, gentlemen.
Get the truck packed up now, boys, because I'm going to tell you what, you can't beat us in Dothan, you can't beat us in the farm centers, you can't beat us in Birmingham, you can't beat us in Pensacola, and there ain't no way you can beat us here on TV. Norvell Austin, you know I usually wear a red rose since this is Valentine's Day. I got a special rose for you today, boy. You don't know what it means. You better ask your friends before you take this match.
Let's go to the ring for the introduction.
Your attention, please. This is a Southeastern Tag Team Championship match. One fall, 15-minute time limit. Introducing in the corner to my left, the challengers. At a combined weight of 460 pounds, Paul Orndorff and Norvell Austin. In the corner to my right, the current Southeastern Tag Team champions. At a combined weight of 472 pounds, Randy Rose and Dennis Condrey. Rose and Condrey.
What about the crowd favorites in this match? Norvell Austin and former North American heavyweight champion Paul Orndorff.
Championship month continues with the Southeastern Tag Team title on the line, Charlie. We might emphasize, as we have in the past 2 weeks, that with a 1 minute, or excuse me, a one fall, 15-minute time limit confronting them, the challengers will have to press, get their advantage early, and take command. It will be Randy Rose out for the champions. Paul Orndorff out for the challengers. Collar and elbow, jockeying now for position. Rose comes up with a headlock. Orndorff right away on the reversal. Over the top for Randy Rose. With a tackle. Still on the move. Orndorff over the top. And back once again.
Arm drag on Condrey as he comes in the ring. And again, Paul Orndorff. He is taking the match to the champions. And that's what he'll have to do to win those Southeastern Tag titles.
Pressing for advantage, as we said, with 15 minutes, staring him in the face. It's not a long, long time to beat a champion. A champion can lay back, make you open up, make you come to him, and that's exactly what Paul and Norvell are going to have to do.
Collar and elbow. It's the hammerlock grab by Randy Rose. Orndorff, a lot of power in those arms. Maneuvering his way around.
Into that reversal now, Charlie, and over the top.
Tag is made with a junkyard dog. Norvell Austin in. Applying that pressure to the left arm.
And in this situation, tags are important. It's important to keep the fresh man in. With 15 minutes, you can't afford to move your weak man in and have him worked over. Norvell with a headbutt. And again, the challengers are pressing. They took it from the opening bell. Charlie, they have moved right on in. They're in command. Fire and carry. Nice one by Condrey. Reversal, Austin right out and on his feet, ready to roll.
Back into grip. Over on the ropes, but it's Condrey with the takedown.
Nice single leg by Dennis. Norvell with a reversal out of the headlock to the hammerlock, dropping that knee in at the joint. There's the tag, and again, the challengers realize they've got to keep the fresh man in, they've got to keep pressing, and they have done exactly that.
Find your point, wear it down. That's what Orndorff and Austin are doing with the left arm of
Dennis Condrey, one half the tag champion. Title match. Championship month here on Southeastern Wrestling. Good move by Condrey. You got to hand it to these Southeastern Tag Champions. They are a dynamic combination.
Said it all along, Charlie. Rose and Condrey peck away at you. They'll chip away at your armor until they make the whole big to battle through and win it.
Down for the pin. 2 count on Paul Orndorff. He powers out. Look at Orndorff. Tag is made with Austin.
The champions now opening up. They were laying back. Austin and Orndorff took the offense. Condrey neutralized Paul with that beautiful clothesline, and now Condrey and Rose trying to pull back, gain their momentum, and slow down and neutralize Austin and Orndorff.
Right thrown right into the throat of Norvell Austin at again. Champions opening up on the challengers. Condrey in now for his team. Snapmare takedown. Drops that knee. And for the pin.
And of course, we might mention as we watch the Southeastern title match, tag team title match in championship month, that next week the title remaining will be the Southeastern Singles Championship to be defended here on television.
Condrey catches his man coming off of the rope.
Rose off that second rope, onto the dog. But the junkyard dog bails out. Hanging tough. Norvell Austin. Rose in command with a reverse chin lock. And the tag. The champions realize what we're talking about. The fresh man in. Short time limit. And everybody's got to be on their toes.
Power slam by Condrey. 2 count on the junkyard dog, but he powers out.
Condrey taunting Orndorff now. He's back to Austin. Austin doubles his man up with a shot. And again. And there's the tag. Rose will move in fresh. Norvell being blocked. A nice trap by Dennis. Took that leg beautifully, Charlie, and maintained position long enough to let Randy come in and take over.
Rose takes his man up high. Side suplex. For the count. 2. And Norvell Austin powers out barely on the 2 count. Austin needs desperately to make that tag with his partner Orndorff, but there we see the teamwork of the tag champions preventing that tag from being made.
And Norvell, right now, dazed in a stunned condition, needs to find that corner. And Paul Orndorff yelling, instructions, calling for his partner, tag me. Norvell has lost a bit of his sense of direction now. He's been stunned, and there's a 2 count, but Austin's still in this ballgame.
He's still fighting for the tag. Rose takes his man in. Another power slam. This could, no. Austin powers out again. Norvell Austin taking a lot of punishment now, Les.
Exactly right, Charlie. He needs to make that tag as he tries to... And it is Austin reversing the procedure on Condrey. Now Norvell, just a matter of feet to make that tag. No, Condrey staring at the eyes. He's tagging the fresh man. Randy Rose moves in. Let's see. Got it.
He got the tag. Orndorff did. Orndorff going to work on Rose. Now on Condrey. Paul Orndorff putting their heads together. Southeastern tag title on the line on television. Part of championship month. Crashing down across the head of Randy Rose.
Norvell still in that corner, dazed and stunned, but Orndorff taking care of business all by himself. At this point, Rose battles in there with a shot to Orndorff, slows him down. Condrey moves to Austin. Condrey and Orndorff, the legal man in that ring. Dennis Condrey lines up to go for the knee and catches Randy Rose in the midsection. A big mistake on the part of the champions. Let's see. And yes, Orndorff pulls it out of the fire, and Orndorff and Austin, your new Southeastern Tag Team Champions. A costly mistake by Rose and Condrey. Put the belts around the waist of Paul and Norvell. What an upset. The Southeastern Tag Team titles are now going to Paul Orndorff and Norvell Austin. Great month there, championship month on Southeastern Wrestling. And there's the situation, a costly mistake. Randy Rose, costly mistake. Wait a minute. Rose and Condrey attacking from behind, drive Orndorff out of the ring. Now they've got Norvell Austin. Randy Rose after a chair. What's going on here? Let's take a look. Setting Norvell up for the pile driver onto the chair, Charlie. That's what they're setting up, and they've got it. The champions, the winners of the match are Orndorff and Austin, but Condrey and Rose seeking revenge, getting it here. Norvell brought down hard at the chair. He could be seriously injured, and now they're doubling up on Paul Orndorff. Gary Stubbs hits the ring, Charlie. Stubbs in there, bailing away at Rose. Stubbs pounding away at Randy Rose, and Condrey heads to the floor. Orndorff with that chair going after Randy Rose. Let's try and get this in perspective. A lot of confusion here, but in fact, the winners and new champions are Paul Orndorff and Norvell Austin, defeating the team of Randy Rose and Dennis Condrey. Condrey and Rose with a costly mistake. As Condrey came after Orndorff for the knee, he sidestepped, he hit Rose, but in the aftermath, Norvell Austin pile drive onto a steel chair at center ring. As you're looking at him now, may be seriously injured, Charlie.
Austin is hurt. We'll bring you up to date later on in the program, hopefully, and we'll be back with our personality profile in just a moment.
Here on Southeastern Championship Wrestling, personality profile.
And today I'm going to be talking with Jerry Stubbs, Bob Armstrong, and Paul Orndorff, and we'll be hearing from Randy Rose, Dennis Condrey, and Mr. Saito. Of course, everyone is aware now that in a title match on television, Norvell Austin was teaming with Paul Orndorff to take on Rose and Condrey for the titles. And they won those titles, but in the interim, Norvell Austin was injured. And Jerry, we're going to start with you because you are going to be filling in for Norvell Austin in a Southern street fight match where you can wear cowboy boots, you can wear belts, jeans, use those belts and boots for a weapon. You're going to be teaming with Bob and Paul, and it's more than just a match to you because Randy Rose and Dennis Condrey are on your hit list as well.
Well, you know, what a way to get even. A street match. Rose and Condrey and Saito. Well, I got two of the best partners I could ever have in this business. And I tell you, what I said, just a way to get even. And Rose and Condrey, I got a lot of get even to do, and you can bet the street match is just a start.
Paul, I know that you're very upset with the fact that Norvell was injured.
You better believe I'm upset. You know, Norvell not was only just a partner. He happened to be a very good friend of mine. I've known Norvell for over 10 years. We've been together down these roads many, many times. We train together. We do everything together. And I'm going to tell you something, Rose and Condrey. You haven't forgotten us, buddy, because we're coming after you with both barrels loaded. And this street match is just what I want, because there's no rules to a street fight. If anybody's ever been in a street fight before, you can do whatever you want to do. I may have two big cannons on my back, strapped back. I got a pair of cowboy boots, and I'm going to have some spurs on them too, baby. And I got me a big old belt buckle that's just getting made up that's going to have your name imprinted on. Because when I get through with you, I'm going to wear your fannies out with that belt.
Bob, how do you feel about a new partner and this particular type of match?
I got my fighting overall, as you can see right here. I got pockets. I can reach in here. I can do whatever I want to because it's a street fight match. This is the way I like to fight. We're going into the ring. A lot of getting even to do. I know how Jerry feels, so I feel that we can trust Jerry.
Well, you've heard from Jerry Stubbs, who will be substituting for Norvell Austin, from Paul Orndorff and Bob Armstrong. Before we talk to these gentlemen further, let's hear from their opponents, Condrey, Rose, and Saito.
Well, boys, and I do emphasize, boys, you done went and signed your name on the wrong dotted line, Jack. because you done signed your name on a Texas death match. Come as you are. Cowboy boots, cowboy belt, your fists can be taped. You can bust each other open. It doesn't matter. Texas death match. Cowboy boots from Japan, baby. Short skin. Python from Texas. And my cousin's got his wrestler boots on. Common cripplers in the world. Cancer, MS, and Rose and Condrey. Stubbs, you know you're already wearing the mark of the Casey at bat. Casey may go to bat that night. We was going to have this match down at Joe's Bar and Grill, but they couldn't hold it. They weren't fixing it down there. So we're going to have it in the Beham Auditorium, baby. And come prepared. We got the Japanese destroyer, too, baby, right here. I show you Japanese fight. Japanese street fight. From Armstrong, I show you Japanese karate street fight. All right. You got it from us, boys. Let's hear it from y'all.
Of course, they did bring out a valid point, Bob. They've used some boards. They've used a lot of weapons, and, of course, it's illegal.
I'm going to tell you, I've been salted down, knocked down, kicked around, karate'd. He's changed my voice. He's hit me with so many karate punches, but I'm still here. I got my overalls on. I'll be in that street fight. I noticed that Japanese cowboy had him some cowboy boots on and a big buckle. Well, I'm going to tell you, what I pull out of these pockets ain't going to be a little bit, brother. And when that street fight's over, it ain't going to be no Texas street fight. We're going to call it an Alabama street fight. We'll call it a Birmingham street fight. But when it's over, they will well remember that day, because we're going to make it so they'll never, ever in their lives forget what happened to them in Birmingham on that fatal night, boys. Bring it on. We're going to wear whatever we feel like wearing. I might buy me some cowboy boots, too, you know, them long high heels, because I know a good place to put them.
I got a pair of boots that got a great big old steel toe. Them old iron-working boots that I used to use when I was an iron worker. You can
let me borrow them.
They'll sure do some damage.
Amen.
I'll tell you something, Les. Rose, Condrey, Saito, I'm going to have me a pair of boots on, and you'll never know the thing that I pull out that hits you, because you're going to be laid flat out. Because when I pull it out, you're going to say, oh, my God, here it goes. And it's going to be over.
There may be no boards or no chairs in that Birmingham ring, but there'll certainly be boots, fists, and belts. It's a Southern street fight match, and certainly it should be action-packed.
Your attention, please. Our next match, one fall, 10 minutes time limit. Introducing in the corner to my left, at 219 pounds from Pensacola, Florida, Robert Gibson. His opponent at 245 pounds from Tokyo, Japan, the current Alabama state champion, Mr. Saito.
The Alabama state heavyweight champion, Saito, taking on Robert Gibson. And Robert giving up quite a bit of weight in this match, but he's fast, and he can move in that ring.
Robert giving away about 22, 24 pounds here. Saito right away on the takedown, goes for the ride. Robert finds the ropes, and he'll get a fresh start. Saito pressing immediately for advantage. And, of course, it will be the speed, the science of Robert Gibson against the power, the cunning, and the fantastic wide range of maneuvers by the Japanese ace, Mr. Saito. Saito double traps his man with the legs now. Cradles him over. And we'll get a break on the rope. Referee Larry Brock calling for the break. Now they're starting fresh once again, collar and elbow. Gibson comes up with the headlock now. Cinching up on it. Saito, the man with the phenomenal grip, Charlie, that uses that sleeper like I've never seen it before. Taking his fingers, digging into the carotid artery along the neck, and using it so effectively, along with a array of suplexes and fantastic wrestling maneuvers.
Mr. Saito, the Alabama state heavyweight champion, front chancery now on Robert Gibson. Robert Gibson trying to maneuver out. And he does. Comes up with the arm bar on Saito.
Saito back into that front face lock. Now, a nice takedown to the side. And like I say, with this man, Charlie, I've never wrestled him, of course, but I'm not sure that he wants to. There's so many styles. He comes at you so many different ways. It's really, really tough to defend against him. And Robert Gibson doing a very admirable job at this point.
He'll be, what amazes me, he can change his style in midstream. He'll be applying one type of hold to an opponent and then turn right back around with a different style of wrestling altogether.
Exactly, Charlie. And, of course, Robert Gibson, one of the fine junior heavyweights in the division today, very, very capable wrestler. Saito realizes Gibson has the speed, has the science, and he has nullified that. He has tried to neutralize Robert at every move, staying on top of him, keeping him on that canvas. And that power, you can see it there, displayed in that full Boston crab as Robert bridges up. Saito applying the pressure, and he's a well-put-together man at 242 pounds, Charlie.
Indeed, Robert Gibson in trouble. Bridging, trying to find some means of escape.
And relieving that pressure on the back, which is excruciating, with the power of Saito applying it through that Boston crab. It's the man from Japan doing the crab from Boston. Saito, using a little extra leverage on the knee pads, and Larry Brock catches it, calls for the break.
Takes his mad head first into the turnbuckle. Saito opening up on Robert Gibson. Saito again, the open arm slap. But it's Gibson firing back. A good two righties to the midsection. Gibson firing back at Saito. Beautiful. Well played. But Saito sidesteps that one. That'll cause Robert some problems.
And Gibson bouncing all the way up to his knees on that one, Charlie, and Saito puts him away. A great effort by Robert Gibson, but that suplex, which bounced Robert off that canvas up into his knees, was all it took. Saito comes up the winner.
We'll be back with more of Southeastern Championship Wrestling in just a moment.
We're on Channel 42 next week at 2:30 p.m. That's Saturday, 2:30 p.m. Tickets for the Super Lineup Monday night go on sale at the Boutwell box office at 9 a.m. Monday morning. With me, Jerry Stubbs, who will be teaming with Bob Armstrong and Paul Orndorff, replacing the injured Norvell Austin in a six-man Southern Street Fight match. Before I talk to these gentlemen, let's talk to the trio that will be squaring off with Monday night in Boutwell Auditorium: Dennis Condrey, Randy Rose, and Mr. Saito.
Texas Street match. I love Texas Street clothes. I like gym pants. I like cowboy boots. I like a belt. And I like a street fight. You know, let's make sure we got the rules straight, boys. You can wear boots in the ring. You can wear belt buckles. You can tape your fist. You can bust people's heads open, and you can do anything you want to do, baby. I guarantee you one thing, somebody's going to get hurt. Blood's going to flow like wine, Jack. We know one thing about it. When you boys are through with that match, you're going to leave without your clothes, and you may leave without your head.
Jerry, you're the new one on the block. You're filling in for Norvell.
Well, you know, just like they said, anything goes. Randy Rose, look, I'll never forget it. Dennis Condrey, you're part of this. Hey, there's a lot of things going to be settling, just like you said. Anything goes. We can use boots. We can pull things out of boots. We can have overalls. We can have a lot of pockets, pull a lot of things out. Just watch out, because Armstrong, Orndorff, and Stubbs is going to be in there.
Like the old days of Marietta.
Amen, brother. Street fight. I'm wearing my working clothes, overalls, brother. Look at the pockets I got. I can pull anything and everything. I've been catching a lot of it lately. It's time to dish some out. Jerry Stubbs is with us. Paul Orndorff's partner's hurt. We all got a lot to settle. Why not in a street fight right there in Birmingham?
Oh, it's the time to settle the score.
That's right. You know, they hurt Norvell. He not only hurt my partner, but he hurt a very good friend of mine. Norvell, I hope you're out there listening to this, because I can promise you I will go out there and get a little piece of their hide for you, my man. This is just the kind of match we want.
Monday night, Birmingham's Boutwell Auditorium at 8 p.m.
Your attention, please. Our next match, one fall TV time remaining. Introducing in the corner to my left, at 223 pounds, from Las Vegas, Nevada, Ken Lucas. Ken Lucas. His opponent, at 240 pounds, the Japanese destroyer, Oki Shikina. Shikina taking on Ken Lucas.
And Shikina on the bell goes on the attack against Luke.
Shikina opens right up on his, Charlie, and what can be said about Ken Lucas? He's a tough one, and Shikina's trying to give it to him now. And here you see it. Luke blasting back, and he can trade him with you any way you want.
Goes for a sleeper. He's got it. That tag did Ken Lucas sleeper.
A move he has been victorious with a number of times in his career last.
So many times, Charlie, and it looks like it's going to stand him in good stead once again. Larry Brock taking the arm, and there it is.
That's it.
Shakina is out and gone to sleep as Lucas brings him up, starts the circulation once again, and Ken Lucas, in just a matter of a minute or so, puts away Oki Shakina.
Ken Lucas, the winner over Oki Shakina with the Ken Lucas sleeper here on our television edition of Southeastern Championship Wrestling. Coming out to join us now, Jimmy Golden. Golden, of course, drawing quite a bit of fire from many wrestlers. We have some videotape of a match in which you went against Ken Lucas. Let's roll that tape if we can.
I'm going to tell you something. That sleeper hold, so-called sleeper hold that Ken Lucas just used there on Oki Shakina is a chokehold. None other than a chokehold, and ought to be barred. I'm going to tell you something. I've destroyed the Tennessee Stud, and I'm going to destroy Ken Lucas. Right here, I'm putting him away, brother. I'm boxing his jaws. He's bleeding like a sup hog, and I'm going to whip his hind end real good for you, Ken Lucas, before it's all over with. I'm going to tell you that right now. What's the matter, Lucas? You can't stand a little blood coming out of your face? Now, if you look at him right here, the man's hitting me in the face and the nose and the eyes, biting me in the face. Can you imagine that? Is that supposed to be professional wrestling? Lucas don't know what professional wrestling is all about. The man right there in the red trunks does.
Jimmy, certainly you did hurt the Tennessee Stud, Ron Fuller, but because of that, you've got men like Ken Lucas and a lot of them breathing down your neck. Everybody wants a shot
Isn't
at
that
Jimmy
something?
Golden.
Rotten Slinker. He stuck his big nose into it, and I'm going to chop his nose off. People's been writing and calling, where's the Tennessee Stud? The Tennessee Stud ain't no more. He's not here anymore. There's only one stud, the super stud, Jimmy Golden.
Excuse me, let me interrupt you. I believe Ron Bass just handed you something outside the ring there.
Bass, I didn't see him hand me nothing. Bass was just there trying to tell the referee what Lucas was doing. You see him right here.
There he is,
Lucas,
back in the ring again.
Supposed to be over. Now he's trying to fight Ron Bass. He's done jumped on Ron Bass for no reason at all, man. He thinks he can beat two men at one time. He can't beat me. He can't beat nobody. He's a has-been. He's washed up.
Well, Bass has no business actually at ringside, Jim, nor in the ring, for that matter.
What do you mean he's got no business at
Well, it was a match
He's
between
trying
you
to
and...
tell the referee what was happening, man. Now, right here, you're going to see this geek jerk Ron Slinker come into the ring and stick his big fat nose into something that doesn't belong. Slinker, I'm going to tell you something, boy. You're going to get hurt real bad. Look at him right here.
Hey, man, wait a minute now. Let me tell you something. You're a backstabber, a liar, and I'm going to take care of you right now. If you want it, you want a piece of me in the ring right now.
This boy has got something coming to him. He's been needing it a long time, and I'm fixing to get it for him right now. Boy, you made a mistake tonight. Yeah.
Golden getting help from the blind side as Ron Bass bails into the ring, and Ron Slinker is in a 2-on-1 situation. They're setting him up here. Ken Lucas coming in the ring. Lucas going to work on Golden and Bass. Being caught in that sleeper, Golden trying to grab Bass and pull him free. Staring in Lucas's eyes now. Golden gets Bass free, and they head for the dressing room. It was Slinker coming out, challenging Golden, and there you see the way Golden operates again. Help from Ron Bass. Bass bailing right in there. Slinker thought he had Golden one-on-one, but that was not the case. Ken Lucas out to help Ron Slinker. We'll be back in just a moment.
Join the greatest gospel at 8 p.m. a Super Southeastern Wrestling card. For reservations and information, call our new number, 322-7797. Tickets on sale Monday, 9 a.m. at the Boutwell box office. In a special challenge match, cousin against cousin, Robert Fuller battles Jimmy Golden. Southeastern title at stake as Ken Lucas squares off with Ron Bass. And in a six-man Southern street fight match, Jerry Stubbs teams with Bob Armstrong and Paul Orndorff to take on Mr. Saito, Randy Rose, and Dennis Condrey. United States Junior Heavyweight Kingpin Brad Armstrong defends against Stan Lane. And Robert Gibson opens against Oki Shikina. Don't forget, cousin against cousin. Robert Fuller against Jimmy Golden. Lucas and Bass for the Southeastern title. And a six-man Southern street fight match. Jerry Stubbs teams with Bob Armstrong and Paul Orndorff to battle a trio of Mr. Saito, Randy Rose, and Dennis Condrey Monday night, Birmingham's Boutwell Auditorium. A last reminder, wrestling on TV 42 next Saturday at 2:30 p.m. With me, Ken Lucas, and Bob Armstrong speaking for Robert Fuller. Robert Fuller against his cousin, Jimmy Golden, a challenge match on Monday night, Birmingham's Boutwell Auditorium. Ken Lucas defends his Southeastern heavyweight belt against the man he defeated for it, Outlaw Ron Bass. Before I talk to Bob and Ken, let's hear the comments from Jimmy Golden and Ron Bass.
Hey, Brother Ron, did you know old cousin Robert Fuller is coming to town? And cousin Robert, let me tell you, sonny boy, that's the day that you're going to go down in defeat because you have no business being in the ring with me. You don't have the class or ability. You don't have nothing but trash like your brother, the Tennessee Stud. You know, I beat that boy within an inch of his life, and you are next, sonny boy. I'm going to stomp a mud hole in you and stomp it dry, I'm telling you, because you better look out in Birmingham, Alabama. I believe it, Jimmy. I believe Robert will be going out just like the big Stud did. Now, I want to talk to you just a minute, Mr. Ken Lucas, the man that's wearing the Southeastern heavyweight title right now. But, Ken Lucas, you didn't win it. You had help from an outside source to win that title. So we're going to see right here in Birmingham if you can beat me one-on-one.
Well, Bob, you're speaking for Robert. How do you feel about this?
Well, I know how Robert feels about it. I talked to him on the phone right after he viewed the films of what Jimmy Golden did to his brother, the Tennessee Stud. You know, family feuds have been the most bitter rivalries in years past, like the Hatfields and McCoys, and there's always been family jealousy between Golden and the Fullers. And now Robert's coming to town to get something done, brother. I wouldn't even want to referee this match because I know what Robert Fuller told me. I know what's going to happen to Jimmy Golden in Birmingham.
Good luck to Robert. And you, Bob, in the street fight match, you've got the belt on the line. Of course, Bass wants that belt and the shot at Harley Race, Ken.
That's correct. You know, the man that's wearing this belt left will get a chance with Harley Race. And Ron Bass is a very, very tough competitor. He's a very, very big man. I took the belt from him, and I'm going to keep my eyes open this week because I know what I've got to do, and I want to keep that belt so I get a chance at Harley Race.
Lucas against Bass. Fuller against Golden, Armstrong, Stubbs, and Orndorff against Rose, Condrey, and Saito. A super lineup this Monday night, Birmingham's Boutwell Auditorium at 8 p.m.
A lot of action taking place today here in Southeastern Wrestling. Of course, the injury of Norvell Austin, totally uncalled for. And, Les, I think that Don Curtis is already reviewing today. In fact, there was a meeting today about...
Well, this is true, Charlie, and certainly this is going to compound the situation because 2 weeks ago, Dennis Condrey brought a 2x4 into the studio and split it over the head of Bob Armstrong, causing him a concussion, putting him out of action for a couple of days. Last week, it was Jerry... Well, they came wanting Jerry Stubbs to use the board on the head of Brad Armstrong. Stubbs elected not to do that. So, Rose got in there and lowered the boom on Jerry Stubbs' the board. Don Curtis is reviewing both of those tapes, and I'm sure wants a copy of today's tape after Norvell Austin had won the match. Condrey and Rose attacked him, pile-drived him onto a steel chair in the center of the ring. He's out of action definitely for some time. We don't know how long. Something's going to be happening to Condrey and Rose here, a fine, a suspension, something down the road and very soon, Charlie.
In addition to that, we saw a lot of great action today on Southeastern Championship Wrestling. Roy Welch was against Stan Lane, and he is a definite factor in this U.S. Junior title.
No doubt about that. Senior referee Tommy Weathers just got my attention and said that Norvell Austin was indeed hurt very badly. The extent of that injury is not for certain yet, but we'll, of course, be updating the fans on that as we get the information.
And, of course, at this time, the Southeastern Tag Champions, even with the injury of Norvell Austin, is Paul Orndorff and Norvell Austin.
I'm wondering if the belts will revert back to Condrey and Rose or whether they will be... I do not know, because naturally Paul and Norvell will have to defend those titles, and if they're not able to, some ruling will have to be made.
Ken Lucas back on the scene at Southeastern Wrestling, as we have seen in today's program and programs previous to this. Fine win over Oki Shikina with that patented Ken Lucas sleeper. Championship month continues next week. The Southeastern title on the line. Thanks to our studio crew today, Joel Holloway, Earl Tyke. See you next week.